The king's men would be tardy then, but really the thing was when they got to understand that this was not the Tea Party from Wonderland. There was taxation without even a fax about representation, and when Humpty Dumpty fell out of the book on medication, Goldman Sachs took him to a Shell station. The Sons of Liberty were like Alice, who then went to find an independent palace of the mind, as they were inclined to toss the assessed Doc T into the shallow sea of green, dressed as Mohawks, but it wasn't Halloween. They alighted to a different drum than the United Kingdom, where socialites with hollow habits followed white rabbits, and the aristocrats had gems and ascots to separate them from the have-nots. But in the dream of an uncertain fall, it seemed like curtains without Monty Hall, when disheartened by the dread of it all, Steve Martin said they got real small. The royals were beset by tyranny as they toiled with Lafayette and irony, amid the ravages of some paradigms and things, for the time had come for cabbages and kings. It was as though satire begat a Cheshire cat who had no loyalty to the aristocrats and told royalty that you could be the king of Laguna Beach if you wish, just bring me a tuna fish. The transformation was of a hardy resplendence because, without a tea party, there was no Declaration of Independence. But it had no matter to Mad Hatters that the Sam Adams distiller was in full bloom because the distinguished kings of English were still chatting with caterpillars on mushrooms. Then the callous Queen of Hearts asked Alice where she was and if she had seen the missing tarts with jam, but Alice started reminiscing and said, "Where I was, I don't even know where I am." She now walked upon a croquet yard with no clue of what to do yet, because you couldn't just Yahoo a palace full of talking cards on the internet. Then acclaim and folly seemed good in what became the dream of Hollywood. But after fame starred in Botox, all of the cards went into the same box.